Hello, everybody, and welcome to the False Prophets podcast. I'm Phil Risden,
And I'm Zoran.
and we have an amazing guest who isn't one of the Power Rangers.
But I could be. I mean, I could be the White Ranger or something, you know.
No, if we're going by Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, statistics,
You
you're
have
the
to be
Black
the Black
Ranger. We're both the Black Ranger.
That was pretty
And
fucked
he's
up.
the Plantanos Ranger.
Then they had the Asian girl. They made the
She
Yellow
was yellow.
Ranger, and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
hey, y'all gotta
Dang.
stop that.
That's but it was the '90s, bro. Shit was wild.
Yo.
They didn't have Twitter back then.
They
You could
bring
go
a Hispanic person on, the Brown Ranger.
Yeah, the Brown
Where the fuck that
Ranger.
color come from?
Everybody thought that shit was normal, but then the older you get, you're like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what I
little
mean?
fucked up. The white
Yeah.
people got to be whatever
Whatever
color.
The
color.
white one.
But your race, if you was a minority, that's who you are.
That's it.
This is a terrible intro. Phil Hunt, everybody.
Yeah, we already
Hey.
canceled.
This is our
2 minutes in,
I'm like, this nigga says
just
sword on.
ranting
Where's
about
his gun?
ranting about
Where's his
Power
gun?
Rangers.
I have no idea what's going on.
shit.
You know what else used to piss me off that I used to feel like was racist?
What?
I know I was a very aware kid
Mhm.
because when I would play Street Fighter and Balrog was the only black character.
Oh, yeah,
Yup.
yeah, yeah.
And when I would press kick and that nigga still punched,
Yeah, I know.
I would be upset. Like, come on, bro. What you trying to... Like, I get it. We're the world heavyweight champ for like 70 years in a row.
It's fucked up because, like, even in video games, we still get half the opportunities.
I'm like, come on,
you know what
bro.
I mean? That shit is messed
That
up.
shit
dog.
used to bother me. I'm like, the only black character on the game can't even kick. Doesn't even know his legs from his fist. I was happy as hell when DJ came because DJ,
Hell yeah.
remember
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
could kick.
Yeah. I used to love that shit. I used to play, like, Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was my shit, bro.
Them Street Fighters. was
Yeah,
the
they used to have
shit.
some good ones back in the day, man. So many
Man.
fucking good games.
Fighting
and shit.
games, good old confrontation.
Yeah, right?
Just
Man.
knocking motherfuckers out.
Nowadays, you even say a bad word.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
get this nigga out of here.
It's interesting, man.
They see you playing Street Fighter now. They're like, he's too violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's bringing a lot of toxic energy.
But that's what I noticed. Like every year you had to take it up a notch because it started with Street Fighter. Then once Mortal Kombat came, it's like knocking a motherfucker out ain't enough.
Yeah, right.
I want to murder.
Find out his
And then they
back.
made School
Yeah.
Shooter 3, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is too
Just-
much.
Every
I
time,
was like,
it's
this
just-
is too much.
But then it's
I
like,
think they knew that they went in because then they were like, all right, let's just do like Marvel versus Capcom.
yeah.
Let's add a little color, you know? But then it's just like, damn, man.
but I don't think we ever recovered from ripping spines
Hell
out.
no.
Like Street Fighter was the shit
Oh, yeah.
pre-Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
But then once Mortal, it's like, but I really want to kill a
I
motherfucker.
know.
Like, why would I play? Knocking them out is not going to
It's not- it's
satisfy
not
my
gonna do it
urge,
anymore.
you know?
It's not going to do it
It's like
anymore.
once you started getting head, fingering a chick isn't enough.
Oh, wow.
But it's like,
All right. We
when
really
you-
went from 0 to
when
60.
you used to do that, that
Okay,
was
fuck.
it. You, but now as an adult, it's like, that's prelude. So you can't, once we got to finishing people, every game had to add like, yo, but can you murder this motherfucker
Guys,
or not?
You know what's funny is before we started this podcast,
Yeah.
I told Phil, I was like, listen, man, we get a little crazy here. Don't be afraid to get crazy. And this nigga delivered.
That's it.
In under 5 minutes,
Go on,
he's
everybody.
already...
I just have fun wherever I go, and I let
That's how you gotta do
I
it,
let the
man.
chips fall where they may.
Right, we
of
talked about
life.
fingering, school shootings already.
already.
Ripping spines out, you know.
See, but there's people that think that video games hurt, right?
Right.
Of
Yeah.
but this is always, the yin and the yang of like, well, where's the balance? If they
Yeah.
hurt, they have to also help.
That's true.
So it's like, if you say, oh, the video game made somebody shoot somebody, then could it also, like, if you played The Sims a lot, could it make you a construction worker or an engineer?
Yeah.
So it's like, where's
Right.
the balance? But
Right.
people don't want to make
Yeah.
school shooter, but I think it would help.
Well,
It helps that person get the angst out.
well, you're kind of right.
I love it.
Because you are thinking, no, it's kind of true. Because it's just like, yo, that if you say something like Call of Duty makes someone violent,
Right.
how many people how many people play Call of Duty that aren't violent anymore because they
Right.
got to get that aggression
Get that
out, like
shit
you're
out.
saying.
Never even
It's true.
joined the army.
Never even.
You feel like you felt every prestige you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
It's like, nah, I'm good. I already did
think I
that
wanna do
already.
it.
Right.
But I'm saying, there's methadone for heroin addicts.
True.
So people like to act like, oh, you just either are or you're not. That
Yeah.
it's like, So what about this middle ground of like easing people off stuff? That
Yeah.
So what's methadone for like a school shooter? Because I'm just imagining like a pillow with a jock's face on it.
He would tell
and he gets to, like,
somebody
stab it.
that he felt like killing everybody in his class, and then you would give him the game,
Okay.
and then he could kill everybody in his class on that game.
Okay.
But because you're not letting them play and get that angst out,
Yeah.
and like maybe you could even design like characters that look just like your classmates. You could sit there and design. And I think the simulation would help.
Yeah.
Same thing for cops that like to beat people up and brutalize them.
Yeah.
Same thing.
There you go.
Be like, yo, I was really chasing this suspect and I really wanted to put my knee in his back, but I didn't. But I need to get that angst out.
So he has a
That's
dummy at home.
hilarious.
So he has like a video game.
Bro, I just love the idea of like some dude bringing his friend over to play School Shooter 3.
Yeah.
And they're like, why are all your created characters that you're shooting black and Hispanic?
Remember the
Why
movie?
are they all Asian?
Remember the movie?
What's up with that?
The movie Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
The silly version, Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice.
Yeah.
When they go
There
in
was
the
a
cop
serious
station,
version?
because Menace to Society and Don't Be a Menace.
I was
It's like
about to say, like,
people mix them up, and then
Yeah.
they're like, that scene wasn't. Oh, dog, never.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, the movie that parodied that movie.
Yeah. Do we have a problem?
Yeah, with the Waynes.
With the
Remember
Waynes.
they went in the police station and they all were playing this game, the cops, and it was called Rodney's Ride.
yeah.
And
It's
it's
all beating him with sticks.
and you go, you know what?
Yo.
That's a great idea for them to get that angst
It
out.
might help.
man.
It might help, bro. I think we came up with a great idea. We can make some fucking money.
Yeah.
There's a market.
Hell yeah.
There's a
'Cause
market.
I think we get too focused on like trying to hide the fact that we sometimes have bad intentions or bad ideas. You know what I
That
mean?
is true, and then it can fuck up your whole entire life. Like this nigga, we were gonna talk about some celebrities and shit. Fucking Ezra Miller, that dude is on top of the world, rich as hell, makes mad fucking money. The world fucking loves him, you know. But obviously, he had some weird vibes in him that he had to get out, and it got so crazy. This nigga kidnapped a bitch and went on the run,
That's it.
Kidnap somebody.
You know,
and then
When?
got arrested for burglary.
This is recently?
yes.
Bro, this is
this
very
been going
recent.
on for like months already.
Bro,
No,
talk
no.
about
I
white
was
privilege.
hearing little things about him,
yeah.
but this kidnapping I didn't hear about. This
But
is
that's what I'm saying.
a
Like,
day
talk
or two
about.
ago.
Oh no, this
Nah,
kidnapping
this-
happened like a month ago, dog.
I mean,
a
but
month
it was
ago.
a span of like
So they
years
said he
because
kidnapped somebody and went on the run with him.
he was grooming
it was
this girl.
It was a
so-
girl he knew since she was
Okay.
like 12. You know, So I think they met on Hinge or something.
Yeah, tell them the story because
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
basically, Ezra Miller, you may know him as the Flash and stuff. So superhero. He's in Harry Potter and shit. Basically, I don't know how he met this girl or whatever the fuck, but they ended up hitting it off. He met her when she was like 12, and he's he's like 25, 26. So he's probably like just 18 when he met her.
Yeah.
And he'd have her on the set with her parents and shit and showed her all this shit. They keep talking as she gets older. I guess they kind of like fell in love or whatever the fuck you want to say.
Okay.
You know, and then she turned 18 and he took her with him. I don't know if you could really say her parents are calling it kidnapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she's technically 18.
Parents are calling.
She made
So-
a video too saying like that she's good.
Yeah.
And, like, even the video
so
seemed forced.
I don't know. I don't know if it's in that
interesting
force.
because
I think
it's
she's
like,
just 18 and she's just like, I love this guy.
Didn't he see what happened to R.Kelly?
Yeah, they give a
Yeah, but he's white and he's kind of
But
gay.
still,
fuck. Yeah.
Like nigga, that's what I'm saying. Like you want to talk about white privilege,
like
right?
there was a time before cameras and before all that shit when you could just do what you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Those type days are
Those
fucking over.
Yeah.
A child could ask me for directions.
Oh,
I'll
no.
keep walking. This is
La, la,
entrapment.
la, la.
Because people will film you, then they'll like caption it, and then it's whatever they captioned it. That's what was happening.
God forbid you own a van.
And you go,
You know?
you see,
Jesus Christ. Public enemy number one.
Those, but yeah, there was a time where celebrities could do whatever they wanted, and no one questioned him. Everybody was just happy to get an autograph or to have hanged out with him. And now I feel like it's complete opposite.
Yes.
Everybody is trying to capture you or to.
There's no more meet and
I
greets.
feel like
Just
celebrities
make up a story.
Celebrities have more scrutiny than regular people now.
Yes. And
which
it
is
used to
actually
be complete opposite.
yeah.
No scrutiny. Yeah, man, I just sleep in a child's bed every night.
And
you
they'd
know,
be like, oh my God, that's
recharges
great.
my soul. Because that was the kind of shit Michael Jackson was on. But he was so famous,
Yeah.
nobody ever said, yo, motherfucker, that's weird.
yeah.
They was like,
Or they
oh
did, and
my
you're just
God.
they
Right.
took you outside and beat the shit out of you.
It's fucking weird, man. You know,
That's a
like,
sketch.
Yeah,
The first nigga in the
nobody ever
80s
just said,
who thought
"Motherfucker,
Michael
that's
Jackson was weird."
So, you know, R.Kelly, and then now this guy that is, nobody ever just goes, hey, dude that used to be the Flash, that shit's kind of weird, bro.
No, they're like he's in Harry Potter.
Cut it out.
Excelsior.
But it's on the celebrities, you know, now
Leviosa.
to like, you can't be weird, bro.
Yeah.
And but
Which
here's
is crazy
the thing,
because artists are weird.
devil's advocate.
You know?
Like I saw somebody.
Yeah.
There was a video of Chris Brown allegedly. Look at my fingers because people are getting
An
sued.
alleged video.
Between Alex Jones and
Like a
Tasha K,
UFO.
the price of gossip just went. You got to. So
That is true,
allegedly,
yeah.
there's a video of allegedly Chris Brown snorting a line of coke in the back of a club. Someone throws it on Twitter and goes, "Yo, this motherfucker's a cokehead," and I go. He doesn't have to get up and go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
He should be a cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, that's who should be one. He just creates all day. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
fuck
give
it.
a shit if my artist is The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Are you
Of
serious?
course. You can tell he does all that
Heroin.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Heroin,
Black
Molly,
tar.
coke,
Guys does
all
a
that
line
shit,
and
bro.
makes an album with like 60 tracks on it.
Yeah.
But they're gonna hear it. No, nigga, I stopped at 12.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, like
I said no. You should have said yes to Rehab. Her song was called Rehab. We don't get worried until they tell us, or until there's like a mugshot. Then we get worried. It's like some of this shit, just
Well, it's
somebody
like-
to go, yo, motherfucker.
Doja Cat fucking shaved her head.
But see, it,
That bitch.
Eyebrows and shit. That
Yeah,
shit.
I saw
she
you tell
better
you
not
said she
let
went-
Chris Rock see that shit.
Yeah.
If Chris Rock see that head, it's gonna be fucking him and Will Smith all over again.
You said she went full Britney Spears,
Mm-hmm.
which is, that's a rite of passage, man.
Full Britney Spears.
That's a level of fame.
There's a
few
level of
people
like
get to.
women shaving their head that's like you have to. Like Rihanna just shaved one side. She was like, I'm not all the way crazy.
Yeah.
Just half.
I'm just a little wild.
Half crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just going through something right now.
But yeah, sometimes we look at shit celebrity. If they had to clock in the morning, there'd be no time to groom.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So that's
Like,
the issues. Too much fucking
every
time.
celebrity needs their grooming time. You know?
Too many drugs.
They need their child
Too
grooming
many
time.
drugs. It's like, yeah, man. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't got time to groom no goddamn body.
And shout out to the men out there.
Wish
who
I had
have
some
a 9 to 5 and
grooming
still do.
I had that kind of time. I had to do Uber, do comedy shows. I'm fucking busy.
Oh, man.
That's a great YouTube channel.
Jesus Christ.
How to find the time to groom. In today's day and age.
That's what I look at when I see celebrity. I'm just jealous. It's like, I wish I had time to do cocaine. It's like a Monday and he's just snorting the whole line. And it's like, damn, man.
I think that is what it is, bro. Is like that's what most of Twitter is just people just very jealous that these people have these lives, and because like you're using these apps, you feel closer to it. Like you can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're like, all right, maybe I can get closer to that if I try to tear him down.
But that's what's weird to me about the energy is that you're just a hater.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yo, I got 10 million people
But some niggas make careers out of being a hater.
that want you to lose your job for saying said thing, and you go, but who the fuck would want to be that guy? Okay, you're mad at me. All right, I lost my job. That still doesn't give you one other than hating.
Yeah.
What's your job?
There you go.
Hating every day?
Pretty much.
That's pretty fucking easy.
Yeah. I mean, now it went from people being like journalists and shit to now being professional haters, essentially.
Haters
And then you just write it down later. Like I feel like even the New York Times, it's like there's barely any facts in the media anymore. It's all just opinions of different people and different things.
It is interesting.
You have no idea what's actually fucking happening, man.
Yeah.
Funny, I know that nigga.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm just like, what?
This is why we do things outside.
Like,
It makes it more fun. My
man.
bad.
Who's that?
I'm trying to think what the hell I'm.
That's my man.
Metal. Whatever.
But yeah, the over judgment of celebrities. Though.
No,
It's just
no.
like you would too if you didn't go to work all damn
Oh
day.
yeah. Or just the fact that
Totally.
like somebody will get in trouble for doing something like inappropriate or some shit. But it's like the nigga who works at Taco Bell, you know, you don't say nothing
Has
to
a
him.
domestic
you know?
violence record and has a drug charge on his
Bro,
record.
you're friends with this
but
guy.
you don't know that. You just
Yeah.
come in and
Yeah.
order your food from him.
Yeah.
But you don't throw your food back at him and go, you fucking got in a fight with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like people aren't fucking perfect. Just order your taco supreme and get the fuck
out, bro. Like I don't understand why like
so
celebrities
same
need
thing
to
with
be like
celebrity
that.
with music, the athletes, whoever. It's like, watch the sport or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, most people don't get into creative like fields because they're perfect people.
Right.
You know what I mean? They usually became creatives because they didn't fit well in society.
Yeah.
So they had to figure something out for themselves. And if they can't do that creative thing, they won't be able to hold down a job.
But that's
true.
my
a
favorite
fact.
part about it is like you see people almost just like on the internet of like, you know how hard it is to, let's just say, do a triple axle backflip.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is in the Olympics, right? So
Yeah.
say there's someone famous for that, then you just sit on the internet and be like, but I could be a world famous triple axle backflip doing person too, but I have morals.
Yeah. That's exactly.
See,
That's
my
exactly
my
what it is.
morals
Oh, yeah.
would have never allowed me to be around. What's the Michigan State guy that was touching all those people?
Sandusky.
No, that's Penn
That's Penn
State.
State.
Wrong
Okay.
college.
My bad.
See, don't go to college,
Yeah,
kids.
right.
Not only will it put you in debt, it'll get you touched.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
Get you touched.
Michigan State. What was this
Yeah.
motherfucker? Larry
I don't
Nasser.
Larry Nasser. Okay.
So Simone Biles is like,
Oh yeah.
you know, being like, yo, we gotta
Gymnastics
get.
guy,
Which
yeah.
I respect.
That's a fact. I
I
mean, he's
was-
like a doctor and
Yeah, but
has
he was
access to
also
so
a
many people.
gymnastics coach.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes you gotta come in the gym and say, yo, motherfucker, y'all in here playing skins on skins? Like, it's supposed to be shirts versus skins. Why skins on skins? Hey, but you just dropped your kid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I respect the victims of Larry Nasser because it was the only time during Me Too you saw a motherfucker get hands put on him. It was like,
Oh yeah.
and y'all can Google this, those of you listening, that the motherfucker was in court. The father had 2 daughters that he coached. And he goes, yo, Your Honor, I could just get a minute with him. And he jumps
Yeah.
over the thing and like tries to
that shit.
grab
Yeah,
this
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
And you go, yeah, something happened there.
Yeah.
Because you hear a lot of stories and you go, the people in your family ain't mad enough.
Oh, they ain't do nothing, bro. Like that whole R.Kelly shit. It's like, bro, like
Yeah.
some of those parents need to actually be held accountable.
Yeah.
I hate that
Bro,
narrative.
It's true.
I'll say
Why?
I hate that
You don't-
narrative.
Why? You think
Because
why
you
do think that
don't
way?
listen to your parents up to a certain point.
Sure.
I stopped listening to my parents at 15.
Sure, but there's some of those people
Yeah.
that their parents was coaching them to like be
Yeah, that's
with
what
him.
they say,
It's
but
not-
Yeah, there was
but
one.
in
You read
that
the
case,
text messages
like
and
what,
shit.
Yeah, because what he's trying to
He's
say in
coaching.
that case, it's like you have to blame the parents because you obviously
Not
know
all
this
of them.
shit is
I
fucking
think just
wrong.
some.
Yeah, not all.
Not all,
You-
no.
But they know this shit is wrong.
Yeah,
Like, so clearly you thought you was just gonna get a bag out of this.
yeah.
That's how I'm taking it. So it's just like at the end of the day, when it comes to that, Kelly has nothing to do with it.
well, they
No,
are
I
getting
think- no,
them.
I think
They're
that
getting the bag as victims, and I mean, I'll put this out there for those people who don't know. But I heard something the other day about like they froze his accounts as far as
Yeah.
like the money he makes from music, like his royalties,
Wow.
Wow.
and they're taking some of it and giving it to the victims.
Okay.
They did the same thing
Okay.
with Epstein
Really? Okay.
because he had $2 billion or whatever when he
Yeah,
died.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
go, where the fuck that money go?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But so yeah, so sometimes people get into this narrative of well those people don't have anything to gain, and you go,
No, they have tons to
yeah,
gain.
I think they
Which
do.
is
And
why they
sometimes
did
it
it.
could just be tearing you down,
Bro,
you
that's
know?
what I'm saying.
and let me throw up the hands and give the disclaimer: R.Kelly's guilty. We
No,
all
he's
know
completely
this.
guilty.
We all saw the tape.
He's very,
I
very
was
guilty.
15 when the tape came out. I heard things, right? But
Yo,
but
shout outs
here's-
to like the Haitian that sold me that tape.
Uh-oh.
I was like 12 years old, and I'm like,
I know,
and then he's like, here, and I'm like $5. He's like, yeah, and I'm 12 years old,
bro.
and it's pornography.
Let's talk about how that was like the wildest era possible because you just
Hell
had
yeah.
grown men selling child pornography
Yes.
out on the street.
street.
Everybody was
Nothing.
watching it, and it was okay to watch it, and that was fucking weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, definitely the
They just
90s
needed
was a
that.
different time, early
Oh,
2000s,
yeah,
especially in
Sorry,
New York.
bro. that
But
was a different time.
back to the parents thing. I hate that narrative because our parents, I feel like, do the best they can. Some of y'all listening are parents. You do
Yeah.
the best. It's like being like, oh, well, Jeffrey Dahmer's parents. It's like, I can't control my child's desire to
Yeah.
want to chop people up and eat them.
But you know what though? The best. See, here's the thing. Sometimes.
No, you caught that.
No, I
can't-
did,
you
but I'm
can't
saying
hurt.
I get what you're saying, but
Can't.
it's like
This motherfucker's got, you know.
no, it's just like sometimes the best you can still isn't shit, and they know that it's not shit. You know
On
what I
the
mean?
Survivor R.Kelly documentary, there was a group of parents that came. They stood outside of like a condo downtown, and they're like, "Yo, my daughter's in there." They call the cops. The cops
Yeah.
come. The cops go, "Your daughter's 22. We
Yeah.
can't do anything." And
Thank you.
it's on the documentary. So every time people say parents, I go, "Did you watch this documentary?"
I feel you, and it's not.
And I'm just
It's
saying that
not.
because I'm saying I think we get tricky once we start talking about sex. That it's like, you know, I had boys that, you know, sold crack, that shot
Yeah.
people, got shot, all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff. It's like when we were 16, 15, you know, around that age of almost being grown, that it's like the parents had nothing to do with any of that.
Of
Yeah.
course,
They
of
got
course.
locked up. So it just, I think we get sensitive when we start talking about women and when we start talking about girls, that we never let them be responsible for anything.
No, that's true. That's true.
And like I said, obviously, I didn't, ooh, they're children. 15, 16, they're guys who've been to jail. You
Nah,
saw
sure.
Dave Chappelle's
Tried as
joke.
adults
What was
for
this
at
joke?
15, 16,
Dave
'cause some
Chappelle
they
had
did.
a joke about how old is 15 really? And
Yeah.
it was about the black kid in Florida that, remember, he slammed his sister
Yeah.
and the, you know, wrestling move, and it broke her neck. And
Yeah.
they sent him to jail for like murder and tried him as an adult at 15.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So then when you come on the girl side, you start going, you know, Monica Lewinsky just popped out about
yeah, that was-
Beyonce's album, and
I know.
oh well,
That was a
if
slippery
you're
slope, though.
gonna change the lyrics, I
Can
was
you
only
take out
24 when that happened.
Bitch,
So
shut up.
your
Yeah.
song Partition, in which you know is a 9-year-old song, so it's old enough to pick its gender, but I'm 24 and I'm a child. So like, you know, I was influenced and manipulated when that happened.
I
Yo,
know.
let me talk about that Monica Lewinsky shit though. I
So-
found that shit so hilarious because like, yo, if you're going after Beyonce, you got to go after like mad rappers.
I know.
You're on like almost probably over 100 tracks.
But her whole
That
problem
was
though.
that was a thing.
Her whole
I'm
problem
getting
though
at
is
Monica Lewinsky.
she let it go. Like
Yeah.
that's the problem with Lizzo and all
Yeah.
them. It's like once you do
I hate
something
that
that
shit,
small, now it's a snowball effect.
That whole
Now they
canceling
can
shit,
ask
where
you to
they're
take out
changing
anything.
like lyrics to songs.
Yeah, neither
Yo, that shit is
Beyonce or
retarded.
Lizzo should have changed it. I was just
Well-
telling somebody, like, you know,
I don't
Do
think
you know-
I don't think they did it though because they actually cared. I think they did it for more publicity. To be
I
honest,
think they
with
just want people
But
to
you know,
shut
the people
up.
that was hating us is like the fans in London.
you. Yeah,
Because
that's
in
like-
London,
Who
that was
cares?
a whole big thing.
They call cigarettes fags.
Yeah, exactly.
So who gives a shit?
Yeah,
They
do
still
call
use cunt,
cigarettes
like,
that.
readily.
It's crazy.
Yep.
With everyone at any time. So what? Who gives
Gotta
a shit?
cancel them. man.
Yeah, gotta
Spaz.
get rid of them.
Fucking, it's just I don't know. This world, it's just it's going crazy. I see you
But-
looking
but
over
that's
there at
the
the
thing.
top
Yeah,
I
next.
was just
What
like-
do you want to go for?
We're good with Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I know. We went from him and just fucking took off.
But yeah,
But-
No, that's dope. That's dope.
I wish I had time to groom. We'll just leave it there. But
Yeah, yeah.
but on the victim side, is you know, R. Kelly, you go, okay, so I have to feel sorry for these kids. Cool. I feel sorry for the 15 to 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, but Monica Lewinsky, she's 24.
I know.
It's like,
Well-
yes, I could say, and there's a thing that two things can be true. Bill Clinton abused his power. Also, you're like a fucked up person.
Yeah.
You did that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I love that Hillary Clinton, who I didn't like anything about her whole campaign because it was so inauthentic. But after she lost the election, somebody asked her about Monica Lewinsky, and she goes, she wasn't no feminist when she was fucking my husband. And you
There
go,
you go.
Hillary,
Thank you.
that's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Hillary was like, she didn't care about women when she was sleeping with
That's
my
what I'm
husband.
saying.
And you
then,
go, that's it. It's
That's
that
crazy.
thing right there.
That's crazy.
Well, I think that's kind of a big issue that you deal with a lot now, where it's like, there's one side, especially on Twitter and shit, there's one side of like, women are helpless in this way, almost like children, you know what I mean? Where there's no blame, but then also like you have the other side of Twitter of like men are useless and women are the only people that are actually useful in any way. So it's like, what is it?
Pick one.
Pick one. Are you a grown ass adult that can handle anything that's ever thrown at you, or are you this random child?
And we're the
you
most
need to be held
educated group, and then you also see a group of certain segment of women on Twitter be like, the brain isn't fully developed till you're 29. And
Yeah,
you
it's
go,
like, what the fuck are you talking
I
about?
thought you were the most educated.
Yeah, so it's like, where are we going with things? But I think with the whole R-Kelly thing, it's really just all three. It's the parents, the girls, and R-Kelly are all at fault. Because there was sometimes, listen, those girls wanted to be there. They did. Yeah. He might have been manipulating them or whatever, but they wanted to be there. He's wrong for doing that. And then some of those parents were wrong for not being the parents of like calling them and being like, hey, what are you doing? I'm not saying you need to be outside with a picket sign and shit. I'm just saying that when you saw that your 16-year-old daughter was going after R. Kelly, you go, what are you doing? You know that's not the right thing to do.
They all got to share the blame.
And then from then, you told her.
But that's why I'm saying.
Her, and they're going to do what they're going to do. But you told her. But there's plenty that were like, okay, go ahead. Okay. Get that bag. All right.
Cousins that
and that's
went to
the
jail. And
that's the wrong one.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
They don't deserve a cut. They don't get a slice of
Sunday.
the pie. Those people don't get a slice of the pie.
So it's that for me that it's like, I know plenty of dudes who went to jail or whatever, and their mother cries and goes, I try. And you go, you fucking tried, Miss Johnson.
Sure.
And so you gotta go.
But the mother that's like, sees her son breaking shit down and is like, all right, yeah, I see you getting your money. Like, all right, what you gonna buy with that?
I think eventually that's where they all graduate to, because after a while it's like,
that's wrong.
He gonna do whatever the hell he wanna do.
And we are back. All right, guys. So enough on the child molestation debate. Let's talk about something even funnier.
Yeah.
Science. Let's go. something that has less debating in it. Science, right? That's the perfect department.
Less debating? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Trust the science.
Trust
after
the science,
all the
baby.
2 years.
Oh yeah, I trust scientists.
It used to mean something.
I did.
Science.
I trust scientists. I really do. I mean, even just yesterday, I was on Twitter and I saw a scientist talk about how he discovered a new star. Manny, do you want to take it away?
Yeah.
Have you discovered anything about the new star?
Because you actually chimed in. You gave me this article, and I found it so hilarious. This guy basically said that he discovered a new star, but then like they focused in on the picture, and it was a picture of a chorizo. It was a chorizo just right there, just like
trust the scientists.
Yo,
folks.
and it's just so funny, man. Like, you got to put the picture up on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Because at first I thought it was the sun.
It does.
It looks like a close-up of the sun.
It's like a pepperoni.
Yeah. And you really look at it. Yeah, it is a pepperoni. Man.
Yeah,
but
basically.
And it goes to show, man. It's just like, at first I was just like, maybe this guy was like one of those dudes that like get ignored in the office because he hasn't discovered shit yet. So then he's just like, fuck, I need to find something, and then he got that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
you guys are talking like this guy fooled everybody. You still don't trust scientists. I think there's a chorizo in space. Okay? I think you mistook it as a star, and I can't wait till Elon Musk takes us there.
Somebody left a sausage up there.
I give it 50 years, and we're flying to that piece of chorizo.
It's probably like hack for scientists. Like a lot of scientists probably do that to people.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I think I found something. Then you come over and it's like a fucking tomato.
Yeah. But that's
stop fucking around.
That's like that episode of Rick and Morty where he thinks he sees a guy on the moon.
Yeah.
And it's just a smudge on the lens. And he goes crazy and he loses his mind and it's a whole fucking thing.
We might take scientists too seriously. That it's like, can I just fuck around and have some fun?
Yeah.
It's not my fault you follow me and take everything I say seriously.
That is kind of true. Like, because you think about it, like...
Because didn't he get in trouble?
He did get a little bit in trouble, I think.
I thought he got like suspended or nothing.
Because here's the thing. It's like, smart people is one thing. Fooling smart people is one thing. But you can't fool dumb people. Because if you do... these niggas will take it as the truth forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, think about how many YouTube channels were created
Yeah.
about that, chorizo star in space. And they're not convinced that he was lying. They're like, no, it's true.
That's how conspiracy theories start.
Exactly.
Somebody slept with a monkey. Now AIDS, right?
Conspiracies
So
are
it's
started
like,
because a smart
who
person
would
was
do-
sarcastic
Who
one
would
day.
do that?
Talking about that, yo, I read I forgot the name of the corporation, whatever. They send out like this mass message on like social media, like, "Hey guys, please, we need you to stop beating up the monkeys. They're not the reason for monkeypox." There's people out there beating up monkeys.
Like, yo, you got my cousin sick.
Like,
Fix it.
Monkeys are dicks, though. They are dicks,
Nah,
though.
they are dicks,
Do you ever
man.
fucking hear about that story of like, apparently in India, there's like mad monkeys that are just being
Oh.
complete assholes. Like one of
I did
them,
hear about
a
this.
gang of monkeys grabbed like an infant and threw it off a fucking roof.
But
True
you,
stories.
But you
What
can't
the
say
fuck?
they're
Fuck yeah.
but you can't say they're assholes because
how is that not an asshole?
no.
Wait.
But they because we take them and put them in cages. They never.
But they're not in cages.
They
That's
never
the
took
thing.
us and put us in cages. So I'm
Yeah.
saying,
That's
how do
nuts,
you
man.
think they feel knowing their cousins in the zoo?
Nigga, they
So-
don't know.
So they're getting
animals.
They
dog.
do know.
They do not.
That's why they threw the baby. They
What do you
said
think? There's monkey rappers talking about the
that
plight
was
of their
revenge.
people.
They
and
want
There's
reparations.
a monkey Tupac, and they're like, "Yo, this is the only way we take it back." And
They want reparations, bro. You seen Planet of the Apes? Come on, man.
Yo,
Don't disrespect the animals to think they see their cousins in them cages. They like, y'all talking about mass incarceration. What is the zoo?
Yeah.
What is the
that's a
circus?
fact. That's
They
a
like,
fact.
to hell with this baby. You took one of mine, I'm taking one of yours.
With this
Ugh.
baby.
And they just threw it off the roof.
I love the sound effect.
So that's what it is, you know.
God damn.
I guess so.
It's
I guess
primal.
so.
In other news,
This is why we have the right to bear arms, so we can defend ourselves against
Yeah.
monkeys
oh my
in the
God.
eventual battle.
It's
that
a
we'll
double
get.
entendre. The right to bear arms. That we also take bears' arms and just put them on the wall.
Yeah.
And then get mad when a bear like just attacks
Mauls
a
us.
random person. Well, that person was just minding their business.
That
So
is
was
true.
the bear
So
whose
was the
head
bear.
you put on your fucking mantle.
That is the thing. Like people talk about like bear attacks and shit, and they're like, "That's so fucked up." But it's like you are in their house.
Yeah.
So do you
You know,
think?
it's like they
If
do
somebody
own
comes
it.
to your house, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
yeah, you
Get a
gotta
weapon.
attack them.
So do
dog,
you
like,
think in the same way that we have like taxidermists,
Yeah.
taxidermy, the people who stuff the animal head and put it on your mantle?
Yeah.
That if you go in a bear's cave, there's just a human
human heads in there?
and he's like, "Yeah, got him last week."
It's just a portrait of Goldilocks, the first
Yeah.
bitch you fucked up.
Yeah, that story's
Oh,
kind of
man.
crazy. I wonder if they tell our tales, but from opposite.
Maybe.
That's like they tell Goldilocks, but the real story
Like
is
she just ran up
an
in here.
annoying bitch going in everybody's crib.
Yeah, right.
Got tired of that
So
shit.
you know what had happened, or if it's like a bear in their story that's like going to human
Oh
houses.
man, I love it.
That's hilarious, bro.
That it's funny. Like I'm talking about that. They're gonna make like a R-rated Winnie the Pooh
I've been
film.
seeing that.
I'm going to see that shit
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
because
gonna
it's
see
kind of like the same thing that you're saying.
Flipping it upside
Flipping
down.
the whole shit. And the thing about it is just like people in Hollywood, I think they're gonna take another story and they're gonna make it like, like horror type shit. But like all these films that like, like shit that we grew up with, they're gonna make it more evil and shit just to like see the other perspective.
Well,
Yeah.
I like that shit.
I like that idea.
I'm a
but
horror dude, man. I love horror movies.
I'm kind of into them, but did you know like Disney, like the company, is like fighting against that shit because basically what it's called is public domain,
Yeah.
right? So like Winnie the Pooh, all that shit, like the reason they did Snow White and the Seven
Yeah.
Dwarfs back in the day, because they didn't have to pay anybody, because those stories are like centuries old and shit, right?
Okay.
But now Disney is fighting
Winnie the Pooh.
for their shit.
It's
to not
trademarked
be
that it's
public
like
domain. Yeah.
you're gonna mess up the kids who love Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Now gonna see him stab somebody and think,
Just change the name.
oh shit.
Just change the name.
Who,
Change the
Disney?
No,
Is it
no,
gonna have to
the
change
people that's creating the movie.
Oh,
So
There's a loophole around everything.
I mean,
so
there
they should
is.
call it Pooh Shiesty.
Pooh
There you go.
Shiesty.
I'll be here all week, folks.
There you go.
Anytime we make like a hacky
Yeah, right,
joke,
yeah,
I'll be here all weeks, folks.
I'll just put your dates
The
down.
drink specials are.
Tip your waitresses.
But no, I was thinking maybe that's why Pooh doesn't wear pants. Because he heard, there's a suspect wearing tan pants. He's like, ditch this pants.
Well, I think he's gonna have pants, now because I believe he was actually accused of a little bit of misconduct. After a while, yeah.
He doesn't wear pants. His eyes strange.
A naked bear, a bunch of kids. Things are gonna go wrong. All right?
Probably killing people for honey.
Boundaries are gonna be overstepped.
Killing people for honey.
Like, you have a shirt but no pants, and that's like the most important part. Yeah. Imagine me I'm outside right now, no pants, dick all out, wearing a t-shirt, but that's appropriate.
I don't want to imagine you. I want to go on record.
We're good.
Just saying,
we're good.
You said imagine you. I'm good. Don't want to imagine that at all.
It's a good sight.
But that's the thing. That's how you know you're too old for it.
Right.
When you look at him and go, where this motherfucker's pants?
Yeah.
You're too old. You're too old.
We're thinking, where's his dick?
You're too old.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I definitely wasn't thinking that. I wasn't.
We're
not into
if
bear
he had
dick.
A dick. This would be really weird.
See? That's how you know you're too old. When you look at it and start asking adult questions.
Bro, what if in the new R-rated Winnie the Pooh movie they give him a dick?
Oh,
so he has a shirt, no pants, and just like
just stirring up the honey. Oh, come on,
knocking
man.
shit over. Just,
and he trades honey like cigarettes in prison.
We don't need to ruin Winnie the Pooh anymore than we already have.
Chris, on your pockets, nigga. On your pockets, nigga.
So it's Tigger they're like a gang then. Him, Eeyore, Tigger, all of them just robbing, stealing.
Well, Tigger's, Eeyore's a crackhead. We all know that. He's a crackhead or a dopehead at least.
He might be autistic. He might just be autistic. And you just are canceled now because you just made fun of the autistic horse. Is he a horse?
I don't know. He's a
donkey.
Hippo?
Donkey. I think he's got it right.
He's
a donkey.
What the fuck?
Definitely not a
donkey
hippo.
Vibes.
Definitely not a hippo.
Come on, he's kind of fat looking.
He's a donkey.
He got the weird nose and shit.
You're hippo shaming right now.
Yeah,
sorry.
Don't do that.
I want to apologize to Lizzo and all the other hippos out there in the community.
He said that.
I'm so sorry.
I did not call Lizzo a hippo.
No, you spazzing. We're getting canceled. This is the whole episode.
Dude, what's wrong with you? We can't do ads in England now.
We're done. Somebody said spaz.
Yeah.
Finish, man. Just limited your audience.
All our English sponsorships are gone. I was just about to do a crumpets commercial.
That's the end of that, baby. Hey, what are crumpets? They're like cookies, right?
Yeah, they're like they're like cookies.
I'm not cultured at all. I'm over here like, damn, I'm over 30. I've never had crumpets.
Are you
regular
like American slave black?
Yeah. Okay. That one. That's me.
Gotcha. Perfect time for her to walk by.
Yeah. She's like, I can tell you exactly what type of black you are.
Yeah, right. Nigger.
Harlem. You. Go there now.
Yo, let's talk about
like an exorcism.
This nurse in LA, man. I wanted to touch up on that. This nurse, she crashed into I think it was just one family, one vehicle, maybe multiple vehicles, but basically like 6 people died.
Yeah.
And she survived, and she did it all because of a breakup. And the crazy thing about it is that I'm gonna call her bitch. This bitch literally had 13 prior crashes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's still alive.
Dude,
that's
the crazy part is that she survived.
Oh yeah.
In some Final Destination wreck type shit. Well, it's all over the internet.
You know what's funny about this is we were talking about that pastor who got robbed during his sermon last week, right?
Okay.
And this woman, she's gone to 13 different life-threatening things and survived. She's the one who should be leading that sermon. She should be the goddamn pastor.
Clearly.
That bitch has been there and back
intervention.
over and over.
First name divine, last name intervention.
She got meaning, bro.
But that is
She's
crazy.
She's here for something.
That everyone but the person who caused the accident died.
And think about it, because every time she wakes up in the hospital.
How many people died?
Bro, like 6
people.
6 people. Bro.
That's crazy.
And I just love thinking that she woke up in the hospital, saw all the faces and pictures of the people that died, and thought, "Oh, lucky."
Yeah.
God damn it! Why do I have to be me?
That's so crazy, though.
Like Deadpool, bro. Like she literally
because they showed the car exploding, the one that she
impact.
hit.
Oh yeah,
on impact.
And
what the
I believe
hell,
she
man?
tried to kill herself. It was over a breakup or something.
Yeah,
right?
But here's the thing: we got to stop doing. Who gives a fuck why? Just put her in jail. Like,
Yeah.
the story doesn't even matter.
At this point, yeah, it doesn't.
She's a nurse. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was a breakup. Who cares?
Yeah.
Because then you go, how'd you even get this story? Did you get it before? Did you get it after? That it's like.
And it's funny, like, her homegirls are trying to cover her up and everything. Like, yeah, you know, she was going through the breakup, so we had a couple of drinks, and she was just lost control of the
She
car.
just decided.
Who the fuck loses? She's going 90 miles an hour.
Bro.
That's
Well,
not losing
there's
control
no
of the car.
chance of
That's
you getting
Tokyo
back
Drift
together
speeds.
now.
That she had an agenda. Like,
Fast and the Furious.
she knew it.
Yeah, they
man.
said she
knew it.
came through a light, but you go, man, like, it just seems like the type of thing that even if you tried to plan it that way,
Right.
that would not
Yes,
happen. So
exactly.
you're like, are you making up the story after? Did this person just do a stupid thing?
Yeah.
And then people are just
Yeah.
like creating a narrative
Oh,
around
man,
it. Because
yeah,
people
yeah.
like to do that when it's like, nah, she just did something extremely stupid. But it's
Yeah.
like accidents happen every day. Cars don't blow up and
Yeah.
6 people don't die.
Yeah.
I think she was just, man, she just, I don't know, maybe she went through some shit, put the pedal to the metal. Regardless, she blasted through and killed a bunch of people. That's why I'm not moving to LA. I'll stay right here.
Take
but-
your chances on the train.
Yeah, where the only thing I have to worry about is being pushed on the tracks.
And that's what's sad because they said there was no DUI.
Nothing.
That
It
it's
was-
like,
nothing
oh,
was
you
in her
did that sober? That it's
Yep.
like, oh,
That's sick.
shit.
That's
That
fucking
You're
shit's
wild.
just-
sick shit.
you're just
and the fact that
dumb.
you're a nurse, though.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
But you think she got out of the car and was like, I can fix it. I can make it. Don't worry. I can put it back together.
What you want to do is lay back down. Don't try to move. Your neck is severed. Like, oh, fuck.
I can fix it.
Jesus Christ. Man.
Leave that in. Leave that in.
And that's what they were telling.
Don't-
Like one of the people was pregnant. They were kind of
Yeah.
telling that story,
Yeah.
which is a little sad because it just told that whole story of like they had just got engaged. This woman was pregnant. The fetus, blah blah
Paid off all
blah.
the credit cards.
And then it was just like, and also another 4 people died. And you go,
yeah, like, well, who were they?
so
Exactly.
you didn't tell us who they
Yeah.
were. They told their like name, their whole work history, how she met the guy, fell in
But then
love,
sometimes you don't want to hear the stories of all the people.
the sexual
'Cause you think
position
about
that the child was conceived in. And then they did it doggy, and then boom, baby. And then it just is like, and also 3 other people died. And you're
But,
like,
but sometimes though you don't want to hear about all the people. You want to hear about the good ones. Because imagine if she was just like, because it's gonna make you feel less bad
Yeah.
about the people that died. What if he
We-
was like, oh well, that person died with the baby, and then this nigga over here he owed like T-Mobile $50. And
well, tell us something.
You know?
It has to be
his family hated him.
a
and
quality
you
of
know?
the
Oh, man.
that nigga was
obituary.
mad weird. He used to stare at chicks' asses all the time.
A quality of obituaries,
Yeah.
people, is what
A lot
we're
of things.
talking about. That is, we know the woman was pregnant. That's very sad. Sorry for her loss and the family's loss, but also don't just write me, because imagine if that was me.
Right.
That they just go,
I
oh,
know.
this open micer died. Also,
Open
you
mic.
go,
Fuck.
fuck.
That's the worst
I
part.
did some things.
Open mic.
Just that one.
I had to be with child to get mentioned. Like, come on, man.
There was a beautiful dove in the road that caught
Yeah.
on fire
It's like
unimpacted.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Like,
just
like-
have it. That'd be your first credit, right?
it's like Kobe Bryant when he passed.
Yeah,
But these-
Oh, man.
it's obviously him and his daughter.
Yeah.
They didn't
But
mention
everyone
nobody else.
forgets the pitcher guy died too, the baseball guy.
Yeah.
So every day you see people being like, "Oh, I miss Kobe so much. I miss Kobe, Kobe,
Yeah,
Kobe,
yeah,
Kobe."
yeah.
Nobody
And
mentions the
Nobody
yeah.
even mentions that guy.
I found
Bro,
that
there
shit
was like
funny,
3
too,
other
yeah.
people there too. Like it was
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of
Well,
people.
his daughter.
There was a lot,
People mention him and his daughter,
but
but
that's
then
it.
there was also
I
the
think it was like
guy, and I
9.
think his kids.
Yeah,
So you go,
like yeah.
damn, man, don't nobody care about them or
No,
nobody-
mention them, and it's kind of sad.
You really can't win out here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
man.
know? That's why we
It's
make this YouTube
competition, even
channel.
in the afterlife.
Yeah, that's true. man.
Just sitting up on a cloud, like motherfuckers ain't even mention me. I'm featured in the 3 other people. That's me,
Right?
people.
10 likes. What is this? Like, the fuck?
Come on, New York Times, let's go.
Yeah, right? Like-
Trying to make the big papers.
Well, man. Well, yeah. To end it off, I want to talk about this guy. Another dude. He was arrested because he stole $530,000 worth of ham.
Okay.
And
Did he tell anybody it was a star? Okay,
gonna
I'm
ask-
assuming is the Teresa guy and the
Yeah.
ham guy.
I was gonna
linked.
say these guys
Right,
probably
yeah.
like
They
work
were
together.
working
So-
together.
They went to Harvard together, and they have just like a long con that they're doing of tricking everybody into thinking that different stars are pieces of meat.
Dude,
Trying to raise the value of meat out here.
Exactly. He's like, gross.
But it was so funny because
It's all a
he
scheme.
worked at the department of whatever the fuck this place is and shit.
Yeah.
And it was 7,000 hams. And I'm like, hold on, if you do
I
the
just love that
math,
unit of measurement.
yeah, like how expensive is this ham?
Was it?
Because 7,000 hams.
Was
Yeah.
it Easter Sunday or something?
I don't
Like,
know.
did he do this over a span of
I
time
just
or all at once?
I'm
He
just
took-
imagining this guy almost like on some Mexican cartel shit. He has a bunch of like women naked
Yeah.
who are like chopping up ham in like an assembly line. You know what I mean?
Yo.
How much in ham?
Just giving it out wholesale.
But you know, that's the thing about like when you do crime. Like, I used to work for UPS, and they would say,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, if you stole something, they wouldn't bust you a one. They might see you take it, but they'll wait till you rack up.
Get
Like,
a
I
lot
think it was
more.
like $2,500
Yeah.
because
Wow.
that is a felony.
Gotcha.
So
Oh,
instead
so
of
they
just like
caught
being
him.
like, you took a cookie yesterday
You're
off
fired.
the truck,
Yeah.
you're fired, because they can't prosecute you. It has to be
yeah.
a certain amount. So they would
Ah.
wait. So there were people who
Trying to
were
put your ass
dumb.
in
They would
jail.
steal one little thing and then steal two and then go, I'm getting away with it.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
no, they're just watching you do it, stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if that's the same thing for him, that
Probably.
somebody stole one ham and then two and then they went, all right, we got to
So they
build
let
a
him-
case.
they
It takes
caught him at
10 million
7,000.
hams.
They caught him at that 7,000. I think
So
that's
it's like,
good
what's
enough.
the limit of ham you can take? That it's like, did that motherfucker go for the honey glazed?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta
It's
get
Oh,
you.
over, bro.
hell no.
You could probably still like up to 10 flavorless hams,
Yeah.
but only 2 honey flavored.
Then this
ones.
nigga went for the Sausalito turkey.
Oh,
And they're like, bruh, it's
that's
over,
what
he,
bro.
he touched the boar head.
It's over, bro.
Don't touch the boar head. That's
Yo.
like Young Thug. Remember, they were saying that they had been watching them, and for the RICO case,
Is
that,
that what
Yeah.
the
that it's up
indictment's
to
about?
50 murders,
It's
and
a damn
then
indictment?
everybody went 50 murders. That it's like, so you watched him get to
Murder
50.
Yeah.
yeah.
That it's like, what? And it's like, that's how they build
Can
cases.
you imagine
apparently.
like just a bunch of police officers inside the van and they're looking at the TV, like, yo, let's do it like that. No, not yet. Like just that one
Right,
person.
right.
I
Not
know.
yet. Like,
That is like,
nigga,
if
nah.
it gets closer to your address, you're like, all right, that's near my house.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Let's arrest him
Well,
now.
Thug did get re-indicted. So
Yikes.
I like to think that it's all ham related. He had something. This big ham bust happened, and then they linked Thug to that.
He's hiding hams in the purse.
7 years ago, you rented a car that someone was hammed in.
Ham?
You can't fit no ham in that purse, man. There's no ham in that purse.
I remember I used to work in I'm not gonna say the store, but I stole sneakers just in case.
Yeah.
I stole sneakers. This was like when I was probably like 16 or some shit. Man, I
Jimmy
used to
Jazz,
steal
let's
shit.
guess the store.
Nah,
Jimmy Jazz, pay less.
I don't know. I did work at Payless also, but I never stole from there. No, but the thing about it is like I used to steal kicks like crazy. It was
Yeah.
always like the white uptowns. You remember that
Yeah, yeah.
era?
Yeah.
That you had to get the low tops.
Yeah, that's just.
Yo, man, I used to like just switch them out sometimes and just like. And
Put him back in the box.
Can you
This is
imagine
also the era when
that
we was-
kid getting some busted ass, fucking creased
Yeah.
ass shoes.
Bro, I remember,
He's so
yo,
mad,
and I used
bro.
to like order the sneakers and everything, and then it'd be my sneaker. And I'm like, oh, this has a defect, and I just like throw it away with some bullshit like that.
Man, that's
But yo,
crazy.
I never got caught. But my man's at the time,
Oh,
he got caught for some socks, and I'm like,
damn.
bro, you should have just put them on. He had the socks in his pocket. And I was just like, yo, just layer that shit up. This is the era that like when
That's
baggy clothes was a
horrible.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
so
I
it's
used
like,
to
you
like
get
slap
away,
the
yeah.
sneakers and just put them in my pants and just walk out. And
Are
then
you
like,
serious?
And then, yeah,
You
the
put the
security
sneakers in your pants.
in my pants, bro. I used
That's
to wear
crazy.
the baggiest jeans ever. And then like the security guard be like, okay, bye, man, in. I'm like, all right, cool. Man's got caught with socks.
See, sometimes it's like aim high, kids.
Yeah,
At least if
man.
you gotta be embarrassed and fired from your
For a
job,
reason.
it'd be like, it was the Jays. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking
and then people understand.
That's
The funny
fair.
part is that's how they wearing the uptowns now. The white kids, it's
Yeah.
all dirty and creased.
yeah.
Seeing that you like, what the hell?
I never understood that fashion statement.
I don't know
Like
what
I remember
that
my
is.
boy, he bought like some Converses and shit. and he just started stepping on them and like throwing them everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? You just bought these.
Nah.
He's like, oh, it has to
look pristine, bro.
Nah, man, fuck
That's
that.
hilarious.
Fuck
He made him.
like,
He tried to.
He literally was just like throwing them everywhere.
I'm broke, so
Is this
I
a
only
white
had
guy?
one pair of sneakers.
Nah, not the,
I've never seen black people beat this.
nah.
Yeah.
He's
I'm like, I don't gotta work
he's-
to ruin my sneakers.
He's a Latino man. And
We usually get a toothbrush and clean them. That's what I think's so funny about
That's
the
what I'm
white
saying.
kids now on TikTok with the white ones and they're dirty. That it's like, so black people got toothbrushes. We cleaning ours, scrubbing them
I know.
meticulously.
And they're pissing
And then
on
you're just, peeing on them, rolling them around in
them,
dirt.
giving them the R.Kelly special.
And they're like 15-year-olds just
Yeah.
walking
I've
around with
seen
just
that.
super dirty shoes.
And then they got the freshest like tees.
Yeah, it
nice
makes me want to
tees,
say
a hat,
something, but
I've
it's
and
never
the
like,
seen this
shittiest
trend
shoes.
before.
You've never seen that,
you've
bro?
never
Come
seen
on, man.
this?
It's just for years.
You got to get in like
I
Manhattan
never
on
understood
like
this shit.
Soho and see
Yeah,
like
man.
like a group of teenage white girls,
yeah.
all white one, but
Oh,
dirty. That you're
Yeah.
like,
Dirty as
why?
Well,
Beautiful
you know,
clothing.
I have seen that. I just
dirty
never
as
thought
shit.
they were doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
When
a
I saw
style.
my boy do that shit, I'm like, that just makes no sense. You just spent like $70, bro.
I never
Just to
seen
ruin-
nobody
Just to
do
ruin
that.
your
That's
kicks.
crazy.
Ruin some chucks.
He told me to run it over with my car. I had a Honda, 93 Honda. He told me, yo, just run it over. And I'm like, fucking for what?
What? the fuck?
I'm
That's
not
like
doing that
you might
shit.
as well
Over.
just go to bad neighborhoods and take the shoes off the line.
Yeah, right.
That's some like Mike shit,
That's
right?
hilarious.
And
Yo,
at the
I
beginning of the
seen-
movie, like Mike.
And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
crazy. I seen one time in the hood.
Has somebody done that?
And cause somebody threw some J's,
Uh,
but it was like some dude. This is why I was still in the project. It was some dude. You know, he was the hustler, so he was like, "Yo, fuck, I'm gonna throw the best kicks I got." It was some J's and shit. Boom. Next thing you know, I go to the store. When the guy leaves, he says bye to everybody.
yeah.
Like when it was like the evening time,
That's
you so mad. People
hilarious.
throwing shit like, "Yo, that's gonna be mine. That's gonna be
Wow.
mine." You're not even a size 10, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, I'm
Wow.
like, what the
So it became a game
It
of
became a
like
game,
whoever
man.
knocks them down
And-
gets
and
the
it-
prize.
The
Ghetto
next morning, that
pinata.
shit wasn't there. I tell you,
That's so funny.
that shit was not there, man.
That's
Can
like
Can I ask though? I thought so. The shoe thing. I thought it was like a gang thing. Is it not? It's supposed to be like a
throwing
single-
them up.
Yeah, on
on
the
the-
power
No,
lines
That's just
and shit.
basically like, you know, I used to live here. I moved out. This is for remembrance or some bullshit like
Really?
that. That's why
Okay.
they always did that shit.
Because a lot of people I knew, like, would always tell me and shit. I feel like I've heard that a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
it would give distinct like territories to certain shit.
It's an
colors
urban
and
myth.
shit.
I
People
don't
people
know.
say a lot about why, but it's like
It's just for some reason.
I don't know.
somebody's
I think what he kind of says
Yeah,
makes
yeah, it was
sense. That it's
basically
like
that. I'm moving
remember.
out the hood.
You know,
this
white
is-
people just throw like coins in a fountain, right? This nigga throwing away his
I
good
guess
shoes.
that's our version of that. It's throwing the shoes on the line. That's funny. That's like one of the unwritten rules. Like they hang up there, no one's supposed to take them down.
Yeah, nobody's
That
supposed
is
to
like
take them.
supposed to
when
take 'em down.
people
After
make
a
it
while,
rain in
yeah.
a strip club. That's like you're not supposed to pick up the money.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
was it
yeah.
the athlete Pac-Man Jones? I think
Yeah.
he caught a case because he was making it rain and some dude was picking up his money and he got mad.
No, the funniest one was did
That's
you see
hilarious.
Jermaine Dupri?
Nah, I
Like, dude,
didn't.
like everybody was throwing money, then the strippers stopped because there was mad bread there.
Yeah.
And then Jermaine Dupri gets on the mic. He's like, "You bitches better be dancing. Leave that money right there. This is why we pay you." And then the bitches is like, still like, "Man, fuck this short motherfucker."
Yeah. You can't get mad at the
Yeah,
strippers
there's
taking
money
the
on
money.
the
That's
ground, dog.
why.
Bread, bro.
Go for it.
But if it's
Yeah,
like
shit.
other dudes start like taking your, it's like, hey, bro,
Yeah,
that's for them.
hilarious,
Like,
bro.
cut it out. Like, grow up.
Yeah, you're dipping into the tip pool, man.
Like, come on, bro.
He's such a nice guy. That's
Re-
for them.
Recycling,
Stay away.
recycling rain.
Chivalry still exists.
Show some respect.
Like,
That's for the
That's
whores.
for the-
And even the stripper is like,
Come
yo,
on.
that's his money, though. I'm not
That's a
fucking
fucking
giving you
class.
a dance.
Oh, man.
Unwritten rules, baby. You gotta respect the rules.
What is the rules
man.
for the strip club? I went to the strip club once, bro, and it was just like the most awkwardest shit ever.
Yeah.
We could end it off on this, dude.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
It was just like, you know, like I was passing out $1 bills. Like they'll just pass by. I'm like, here you go.
This nigga-
I didn't know what to do. And then like the girl comes
That's
in.
the
she
brokest,
shows-
but
Yeah.
also the most generous shit I ever heard.
Mind you, it wasn't even my money. My boy gave me like $50.
Yeah.
He was like, here, just use this. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, thank you.
Man,
And I'm saying,
that's-
thank you as they walk by.
That's it. You gotta, you know.
There's no.
I'll tell you what messed me up was, and y'all New Yorkers, y'all do strip clubs. Y'all strip clubs, aight, but you know, in the South and stuff, it's full
It's
nude.
it's a whole nother
people
level.
say-
Nude,
yeah.
like bottomless. Y'all just topless. So it's a little different, but you know, when I first started going in Indiana, one of the fun things I did discover, it's like it's very fun to throw money at women. Then I went to Canada, and the dollars is coins.
Oh,
So I'm at this strip club in Toronto, and I'm like, yo, I had to kind of like politely, like, I could throw this at you. And the girl was like, yeah, just throw them on stage. Well, I didn't throw them. It's different, though, because you can't, with the dollars, you want to shower them.
Yeah, now that you just
but it's
melting
like,
them.
right. So I had to, like, just toss, like, underhand, like, onto the stage of, like, okay, all right. Y'all different over here.
I just imagine, like, that one dude that threw a whole coin roll.
Yeah, right?
Some picture of
She like, why is your dollars coins, man? You messing it up for broke motherfuckers like me that still want to throw money but show my appreciation. But it's coins.
I only went to one strip club, and I didn't go again because I was fucking horrified. The first strip club I ever went to was in Rahway, New Jersey. Which, if you don't know, Rahway also has a prison. So
what?
It's not that good. I went to a strip club in Rahway, New Jersey at 4 p.m. with a bunch of my friends. We were under 21, and this is the only place that would let you in, at that age, because in at least Jersey, at least all the good strip clubs, it's like you got to be at least 21 years old to get in. So we were young. We're still in high school. Yeah. We're still in high school. So actually, I was like 16, 17. But they were like, bro, we're going to go. They let you be in there. And we got in there during the day. Anybody who's been to a strip club knows you don't do the day shift.
Yeah, like
a day shift,
vampires. You're only supposed to see strippers at night.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to. You don't want to see
them when the sun's out
during the day shift.
You'll melt,
bro. We got in there. Fucking one of them was damn near pregnant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
That was in case she died in a car crash. She wanted to be mentioned.
Yes,
she's
exactly.
like, I'm gonna just stay pregnant so I can be mentioned. She knew you were gonna tell this story, and she's like, I better be pregnant so he'll never forget me.
She was like, I'm gonna be on a podcast 12 years from now, and he's gonna get 60 views.
You were being groomed. You were there and underage. You're a victim.
No one ever talks about the other side.
You're a victim, man.
Terrible fucking strip club.
Shouts out to them. We'll have to Google them and see if they're still open.
Thank you. If they're still, I doubt it. I doubt it. It's either they're not open and they haven't been open for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Or they're still open and somehow they survived the pandemic.
There's a prison there. There's a lot of horny dudes that probably are like slip a guard a little money and be like, hey man, we need to go
supply and demand.
Get it out.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But guys, we got to wrap this show up. This has been a great time talking to you, Phil. Where are you gonna be? In the next couple weeks and shit. You doing any shows or anything like that?
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
I got
doing
some
little
dates.
plugs.
I'm at the Grizzly Paralot. Follow me online at I am Phil Hunt.
There we go. I'll put
social
your
media at I am and then PHILHUNT. If you can't spell I am, I don't want your dumb ass following me. And then I post my dates from there. So.
All right, cool. Manny?
Nothing. I'm still working on I got this bit that I gotta talk to you about.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, little by little I'm creeping up to the stage. So.
Okay, slowly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I've actually heard the bit. It's about how R.Kelly did nothing wrong.
Is that
not the bit? Because you told me.
No,
you didn't tell me?
No. Fuck up.
That's crazy. All right, guys. As usual, you can see me every Sunday at Solas for Top Notch Comedy. Come through. Show starts at 8. And obviously follow me at Phil Risden on Instagram. Other than that, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one. We'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Awesome.